Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to talk about how to consume to other. That is, you want to consume your class tools on your market or from your virtual supply cage, and you want the items to reorder it. You want the items to come in. That means reordering, so that you don't always create new reservation each time you want something. Like let's say like pens, um, uh, copy and paper and any office supplies that you constantly use. So if you want to put them on reoccurring order, you consume to other. And one thing that I will stress on is on my duty station, our default movement type is 211 instead of 201, which is the default for all most of the installations. So there's going to be some kind of a difference here, but I'm going to still stick to 201 when it comes to consuming to other. Then I'll when I get there, I'll explain certain things about the movement type. So let's get into the video on how to consume to other. First of all, you need to know the items that you're going to consume. So um, you go to your mat set to see the item that you want to consume. So we're going to scroll down to find the item we want to consume, which is a cleaning supply. We normally use cleaning supplies all the time. So I want to consume this item so that it reorders itself and come back in again. So I'll copy the material number. This is something that I wanted to check if um, the item had a reservation number stuck to it or not. Because if it has a reservation number stuck to it and I consume it through other, it's going to come in. But right now I'll be deploying, so I don't need it to come in. So I wanted to see if it has a reservation number stuck to it. The moment there's a reservation number stuck to the item you consume to other, it's going to come in. But since there's no reservation number stuck to this item, when you consume to others, still not going to come in. So another way you can stop reordering or reoccurring is to completely delete the reservation number. So when you delete that reservation and you go on your master and consume to other, that item is not going to come in. So there are various ways in dealing with how to solve consuming to consuming an item and not allowing the item to come back in. So we go to might go 201. Go supply management, might go 201, which is the default on every installation. Always remember the quantity and the unit of measure. As you can see, we are on the stock and the unit of measure. You compare the two, then you put in your stock, then unit of measure. So the stock is basically the quantity you have on your mass set. So here, let me pause right here and explain something. So in my on my installation, our default movement type is 211. right? And since I ordered the item using 211, I am supposed to change this movement type to 211 so that the consumption falls under the right funding code, because the uh, the default being 201 means it has a certain funding code for standing room reservation. But when it's 211, it means that funding code is for special items like plywood, something that you don't need all the time. So you use 211 to order items that you don't need all the time. So they are for special items that the company needs. So right now, since I'm using the default, I'm just going to consume it to 201, which is my special funding movement type. So this movement type is for special items that I need. So let's go on, since I've explained the movement type right here. So don't confuse yourself. This is my installation, but on the whole big army is going to be 201 as the default and 211 as the special type. So let's continue the video. So you put in your plan 2000. Look at the batch. You can go to the market and check for the batch. And here you can see the batch is A with so many zeros. That means that item has a shelf life span. The more you keep the item for a longer time, the probability the item is going to uh, get destroyed, because it has an expiration date to it. It's not like a pen that doesn't have an expiration date to it. So you click on the check and the document is okay, then you pull the item. Now we go back to market to check if the item is still there. So we refresh, then boom, the item is gone because we consumed to add. So it's a bit confusing if you actually don't understand the whole process. If you want to consume an item and don't want it to come in, the proper way is to consume to reservation. But some people can also use consume check the final issue on change reservation. Another way is also completely delete that reservation. Then you can consume and that item will not come in. Okay. So if you want it to come in, you leave your reservation opened, then you consume to other. Then the item will reoccur. So in my opinion, it's advisable to um, do that for items like pens, paper, um, things that we normally use in the supply room, things that people constantly come in for. That is what you can do so that all the time you have that item in your cage, because every time people will be coming in for those items. So let's say every week you might be you might be having those items coming. You might be going to the SSA getting those items. Don't do consume to other whilst the reservation is open for items like plywood, which you don't constantly need, or else those items will start coming in. And this is all we have for today. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Share to people, share to the 92 Yankee community so that they can also get the